The previous assembly strategy was around bringing the people to the car, right? Where you have a lot of waste, you have a lot of duplication, waiting, and basically went against what Henry Ford's philosophy, which was the reduction of wasted motion, right? And really integrating that assembly efficiency. So it allowed the moving assembly line to bring in a sequence of operations, and you could almost choreograph that so that you had the most efficient operator going, and it really reduced the amount of time to produce that vehicle to, he could produce one in 90 minutes back in the day, right? And so if you look at that, it was revolutionary in what it could do in terms of cost reduction and efficiency. If you look at what the Ford Motor Company does in terms of ergonomic and operator assists, and a lot of the things, even if you looked at the tilting lift table, it's about keeping those workers safe, not necessarily from a systemic issue where something falls, but it's about ergonomic and long-term wear so that we keep our operators in the best condition we can out there, because they do a great job out there and we want to make sure that they return safe every night and in the best shape they can. So we spend a lot of time and money balancing jobs, and that's about that efficiency and the reduction of waste, so that because if an employee got hurt, that's a waste, right? So we want to make sure that we maximize all those beliefs into the opportune and most opportune job out there. When you look at the place of technology, it's ever increasing, so it will be more dependent on that technology. And one thing that I did talk about out there is when you talk about capital investment, when we were at the Geopod, and you can have a robot go change his end-of-arm tooling to make that flexible tool change for a new model. So even if you're bringing in a new Explorer, you just have to change the end-of-arm tooling. So it becomes more critical because it gets you more competitive. It reduces that price. And then I just talked about the product where we Wi-Fi instructions down to that unit. I mean, so there's just more and more place to get efficiencies out there in the assembly line where we're always improving that.